Good morning and welcome to Sunday Soul Talk. Wow, it's been another week. Crazy week. So, holy, that pond is full. We had so much rain yesterday, all day, off and on, off and on, lots. We needed it. Somebody's here. Who's here? Somebody type me. Type it so I can see. Anyway, yeah, it's been a week. I got the background check. I don't know if I've talked about this at all. The background check for me being a substitute teacher came through. It's been weeks, like almost a month, and I just had a breakdown Friday. I was in my head, all serious because Lori has a beautiful thought that she was going to help a lot of people. And her YouTube channel is going to get big, and she was going to share love with so many people and remind them, because that's what's happening to the people around me. They are beginning to be reminded of the love that they are and not looking outside of themselves for it. Because we're taught that success, well, first of all, we're taught that success is having a lot of money and a lot of things, a lot of cars, a lot of homes, a lot of whatever. But I know there are people who had fame, fortune, everything. Look at Robin Williams. Comes to mind right away. He hung himself, or whatever the hell he did. He killed himself. It looked from the outside like he had everything that we are taught is going to fulfill us. But Jim Carrey himself knows this message that I'm talking about. You have to find love inside of you first. You have to realize that you are what you're looking for, because you can get all of that stuff and sit in the middle of your mansion with all your cars and your money and counting it all, but still feel completely hollow inside, not even enjoying it. You won't enjoy it unless you realize that's not it. That's not what's going to get you. It's not it. It's never going to do it. No material thing in this world, including a relationship, is ever going to bring you the fulfillment you're looking for. It's coming to realize that you can be yourself. You know, all these masks you put on to fit in here, there, and everywhere, thinking you need. There goes our friendly squirrel. He has a hole up above going in the attic. That's the latest thing now. Then we have raccoons going over our carport. into anyway. So yeah, this message is basically all about realizing nothing in this world is ever going to fulfill you. Not one thing in this world will ever. I know people who pine away for the relationship that's going to bring them happiness. It doesn't. Doesn't. It seems like it in the beginning because the thoughts of the me, who you think you are, having to be a certain way for the others to like me is dumbed down. It's this one likes me and that's all that matters. And they're filling me up and that's not what's happening. This is not what's happening. Because if you give them all the credit for making me happy, then when the thoughts come back, the limiting thoughts of the me that you think you are comes back, it's going to come back. It's going to come back on both ends. The other ones too. Oh boy, I'm hearing thunder. I wonder if I can make it. We've had so much rain yesterday. Thunder, lightning, woo! All day. Um, as you start questioning why you do what you do, in reality, you're not doing anything. The little me takes credit or blame for whatever is going on, and none of that is real. Credit, taking pride or credit in what I've done, is just as bad as taking the blame. It doesn't seem as bad because the ego is up at that point, but if it's blaming you, then you feel it more because you feel down. That mind just doesn't stop. Doesn't stop. I've not found it to stop. Some people say it does stop, but there seems to be more gaps in between the thoughts. Now, sitting by yourself, I cannot stress enough sitting quietly by yourself, within yourself, breathing, following that breath. It can calm this down. So you're not running, filling it up so you don't hear what's going on. You're going to hear it louder. That's why at night, most people, when they wake up, they can't go back to sleep because it's the thoughts that are keeping them awake. Now, when you're doing things, when this body, this avatar is doing things, it's a distraction. It's distracting. Even watching TV is a distraction so you're not in those thoughts. Because anyone you've ever judged as less than or better than or lazy or idiot, all of that is living in your head. The only reason you would call someone an idiot is because you think they've done something wrong. And if they've done it wrong to you, it's even worse. Whoever's here, I see there's people here. Put a comment so I can say hi. There goes Mr. Squirrel. Hi, Levi. Good morning. It's so good to have you here. Awesome. I can't believe you're even up. Anyway, so if I say anything, Levi, that you have a question, type the question in. Because the only reason I got to realize the love that I am is because I questioned the person that was talking. I had this awakening back in my 30s, and I and I wouldn't settle. That mind shit that's going on all the time, blaming, judging someone else, is what's literally keeping you from realizing that you are the love you're looking for. You are it. You don't need it from anybody else. You don't have to try to get love. And then usually in our teenage years, Levi's years, we are at the point where why try? We're not going to get it anyway. The bar keeps shifting. We're always going to piss somebody else off. So we believe we're doing life wrong. But no one is doing life wrong. No one. Even your little brother. Even your father. No, that's not how life works. Whatever is making this heartbeat, your heartbeat, eyes blink, breathing, you're not doing that. Life is doing that. Think about it. You're not doing any of that. And you're not doing anything. Not that little me that you think you are, that's had to put on this face to fit, to try to make life easier for it, because it seems to be getting it wrong for all the adults. Right? It feels like you can never get it right. And that's why every single person feels like they're doing it wrong across the board. And when you get older, if you haven't looked at this, it's going to be heavier. When you believe you're doing it wrong, or somebody else is doing it wrong, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. You're already judging yourself as doing it wrong. And you can't. You cannot. There's got to be questions, Levi, at your age, taking on that belief that I'm doing it. Or somebody else is doing it wrong. When you judge somebody else for doing it wrong, it's hurting you, because we are not separate. We are one consciousness, one. I look at it as the air. There's no separation in the air, but it's in everything. So the idea of God is not about a man in the sky damning us to hell for our sins. Sin is missing the mark. The people that told us that there's a God in heaven going to judge us, send us to hell. I remember when I was a kid just praying, saying, I didn't mean to do it. I remember thinking, just imagining that somebody was watching everything I did, and I was always wrong. I always did it wrong. Something was wrong with me. When I went to Byron Katie's, she tackled that first thing, because that thought is universal. Everybody has that thought. Even Trump has that thought. Something's wrong with me. Every single person mind that would believe we're a person, because a baby doesn't have a person inside. That's why you can call it every name. You can say how lazy a baby is, or a dog. They're not gonna. There's no person inside to take it personally. There's no person in there. And there really isn't. We just believe there is. We've molded ourselves into this person to try to get it right. But it's always saying it's wrong. And then out there is showing us that we are doing it wrong. It's not possible to do life wrong. And as you realize the love, the God that you are within, it's not a man in the sky damning you to hell. It's not. God is what you are. It's what grows the trees, what's bringing this black sky towards me. The lightning, the thunder. Just like apparently it's going to be like yesterday. Peter and I watched movie after movie. Beautiful movies yesterday. Didn't even move, basically, except to get up and eat and go pee. So some would say Lori and Peter were lazy. Now, if I believed that I was doing it wrong, I would be sitting there listening to thoughts of how lazy I am, which when I sent Levi a message saying I didn't move, he was like, what? Because he sends me periodically, he sends me snaps during the day of the floor, of the wall, of the curtains. So I'm trying to get different shots, but they're all the same because I didn't move, basically. So I said to him, I didn't move. He's like, what are you talking about? What did I say? No, that was all in me. That was all in my head. So that was a beautiful way for me to look and see, oh, there's a judgment against myself. There's a judgment against myself that I was not moving. And I didn't even realize there was a thought in there saying it was bad. I'm doing it wrong by not moving all day. Thank you, Levi. That's the thing. When somebody brings something to you and there's an immediate wanting to fight it, oh, they're your gift to get you to see. If you're coming back at it fighting, defending, that's the little me that you believe yourself to be that is not who you are. I know this is a big one. Levi, this is beautiful. I don't know if I was 15 and got this message and was open to it, what a different life it would have been. I mean, I can't know that. We can't know. We cannot know what until we're going through it. But being able to realize the love that you are means you can love everybody. Nobody's doing anything wrong to me because that little me that we've taken on as a Levi, a Lori, a Cynthia, Margie, all of these little me's believe at their core that I'm wrong. I can do it wrong. There's something wrong with me. That's why when something comes to oppose it, there's a no, I'm right. And you got to fight to be right. And it's only because there's a deep belief that you're wrong. That's all that needs to be cleared up, to be seen is, I'm not doing it wrong. Neither are they. There's no need to fight. There's absolute, and life, God, whatever the hell's beating this heart, bringing this storm in, growing your fingernails, growing your hair, whatever's in charge of that is what's doing all of life. Actually, I posted last night in the middle of the night. I woke up and I saw the tapestry. I said, good morning, Cynthia. Okay. I came in the middle of the night. This came out and I had to type it. It said, life is a tangled web of absolute perfection. Everything that's happening is absolute perfection. Your mind is going to say, no, it's not. It needs to be this way, that way. Then how are you feeling inside? Feels like shit, doesn't it? But when you can breathe and come back, okay, I want it to be this way, but obviously life is making it this way. So you have two choices. You either surrender to what is or you fight it. And the fighting is upsetting everything inside of this body. When you feel that, all of that, that's the little me fighting to be right, thinking it needs to be right. Can you let someone, that whole thing that Mel Robbins talks about, let them, let that be your mantra. Let them. Let them. Just let them. You don't need to tell them they're doing right or wrong. Let them. If you, Levi, if you let off Trent and just let him be, Can you imagine the peace inside of your body? Because every single one of us is looking for peace, not realizing that we are the ones causing our own misery. Surrender. Okay, this is the way it is right now. Okay. This is life changing. Completely life changing to not have to fight anything going on. And the minute that comes up is, I don't want this. The minute you take a breath and follow that breath down inside, there you go. You've disengaged from the me that needs to fight, to defend itself. When you're empty of the me's, the layers of identity, I'm a boy, all of that is what's causing you pain. When it's empty of that, then you can just go with the flow of life. Like you're going down a river and you're not picking up the boulders, the angry boulders, the fight boulders. You're letting them go. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, let's flow with it. Let's see where it takes me today. Let's see where we go today. Instead of, oh, I gotta go. Instead of, I gotta go do this. I get to go do this, and let's see what happens. Because as you realize the love that you are, the light that you've always been ever since you were a baby, that light is permeates everything. So other people are around you, and since they can be who they are with you, like Trent, if he could be who he is with you, oh my God, he doesn't have to fight to be right. How do you feel when you're around me, Levi? How do you feel when you're around me? Do you feel the love I have for you? I know it's hard for us that haven't felt that love since we were kids, little kids. You fight it. It's scary. It's scary to love. But I know that when I have so many connections with so many people sharing this love, and I'm seeing them realizing the love they are. I'm seeing it in my life. It's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to witness people. Of course, your family. Aw. Yeah, the Tibetot family is pretty loving across the board. It didn't used to be that way though. There was a lot of fighting because we were young and not knowing. I do have some of them that are watching. Not, I'm not saying that I've been that it's me. It's just in my, because each of us has our own dream, our own world. This is a dream of from birth to death. We believe we've come into a body and we're going to live on a timeline. That's the cross that Jesus died on. Cross, that's the timeline. But the vertical is the now, which is the only thing that's real. Past is all thought, memory, it's gone. That's why a baby can't. You could call it every name in the book, even if it knew what the name meant. Saying a baby is lazy, they don't know what that is. They don't take it on as a belief of I'm lazy, so they can just continue. They don't fight it. They don't fight. There's nothing inside that needs to fight being lazy. Okay, just like so many people label cats lazy. Should the cat be working? What? It's ridiculous. That shows you right there that it's your judgment. And as you judge another for that label of lazy, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. No one's lazy. They're doing exactly what they're meant to do for their own awakening, for their own trajectory through this seeming life, but that isn't real. It's a dream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. It tried to tell us way back in when we started hearing language. That song tells you that there is no birth and death, only for the body, for the avatar. But the love, the light that you are, doesn't get born and doesn't ever die. Think of it as the air. Think of it as the sky and all the clouds of the different layers of identity you've got. You don't have as many when you're a kid. When you're 15, you don't have as many layers of identity as an adult who just keeps taking them on. Democrat, Republican, but all that polarity is all fighting. You don't have to fight anything. I'm not. Nobody is a Democrat or a Republican. Nobody is. That's another label. Every label you put on this, you have to live up to it. Fight it. Fighting. Every label is division. There's no division. Think of the air as what you are. The light is what you are. It goes everywhere, but it can't be contained. It just goes. Oh, the sky's so black. Okay, so it's beautiful and blue right there. But over there, oh, I've been watching this. And now it's becoming windy. Oh, shit. And now I think rain is coming. That's going to be loud. Anyway, wow, we got a half an hour in. Oh, we got a nice breeze. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah, woo. Gotta eat breakfast. Talk to you later. Bye, Levi. Thanks for joining. Hi, Mom. Mom? Your mom's on here? No. Are you on here, Tiff? Yeah, it takes being open to get this message in your mind. If your mind is letting you listen to this, just know that the message, oh God, that feels so good. The message is getting in because it's the closed mind, the fighting mind, that's not going to let this in. And that's okay because no one's getting hurt here. It's just a play. It's a play, a beautiful dream of separation that never happened. No one's separate. We're all the same. And the person you hate the worst that's causing that hatred is not living in them. It's living in you. And you will never find the light, the love that you are when you hate someone. Hi, Zane. Good morning. Good to see you. Yeah, you're never going to find it. In a house, a car, a relationship, even with your kid, you'll never find it's not in anybody else. It's in here. You are the love you're looking for. And every thought that tells you you're a piece of shit, which it is, your subconscious mind is taken on a belief that something's wrong with me. And if you sit and quietly and think, you can recognize that you've had that thought, something's wrong with me. That's a subconscious belief that we come out fighting against. It isn't true. Nobody's doing anything wrong. And if you see somebody else is doing something wrong, you're holding your heart in bondage. Period. When you realize this, if you take this message on and start questioning, who am I? Who am I? Why does this hurt? Why am I fighting life? Why am I fighting? These are questions that you can answer. If you have somebody that you just can't stand, you think they're doing life totally wrong, all of that is living in your body. And if you can stop and send them love, the minute you send that person love, hot flag, there's a hot flag. When you send them love, the love is in you. I'm watching this unfold in so many ways in my life. People that I've judged as doing it wrong. Now I send them love, because once you realize the love that you are, you can't stop it. You can't help but love, even if they come and yell in your face and tell you you've done something wrong. Those two this summer, such gifts for me, because I didn't need to fight back. There was only compassion that came for them. And as I have compassion for them, I have compassion for me. Me. The me holds compassion inside. And it's such a beautiful feeling to have somebody screaming at you, but you're holding that space for compassion. Because you know, if they're yelling at you, you know they're living hell in their mind. You know. Basically, our minds are creating hell. Heaven is not a place that we're going to go to. Heaven is right here on earth. Depending on what you're thinking and believing about you, not about anybody. Well, what you're believing about somebody else makes it hell for you if they're doing it wrong. So, is your ego your little me, which is the ego? It's a bunch of layers of beliefs about yourself, labels. And the more labels you put on yourself, the more you live up to them. The more you have to live up to them. They did this to me. 3 fingers are pointing back. Nobody else is out there. They are your gift to go inside. Then you don't need to hate anybody, because this love can't be contained. You just spread it. So, Friday, I got the background check cleared, so I am now a substitute teacher. And that sunk in because Lori wanted to, her dream was she's going to get famous, get rich and famous by spreading love on YouTube or wherever, whoever wants to listen. So I didn't realize how badly that was hurting, that subconscious belief that I'm going to do this. And when it was finally, I'm going to be a substitute teacher, the flood of thoughts of the dream, that big dream, has to go. It has to go. There was a lot of crying and being on the phone with Phoebe for hours. I was devastated. The little me, Lori, was devastated because she's believing it should be different than it is. Nope. Obviously, whatever kids I'm in front of, whoever I'm in front of, that's how it's going to be. It's not going to be on a grand scale, and that's okay. And I had to actually look at the idea that we're going to have a cabin up there, up in Maine. I have to let it go because it's not going to happen. I cannot charge people for this. I can't. It feels awful inside because I consider every single person that I talk to as a friend, and I'm just sharing the light that they've forgotten they are, and together we're walking each other home to the love within. That's it. And I'm not in charge of how many people, I'm not in charge of any of this. Lori is not in charge of any of this. It's just happening. Life is just happening. The heartbeat just happening. Breathing just blinking. Hands move. It's all just happening. There's no narrator inside saying, you need to move your hands like you need to say this. None of this is rehearsed. I had no idea before I got on this what was going to come out. Zero clue. And I love that because it's a metaphor for what's going on here. We don't have to know. It's a I know mind. I know better mind that causes all that shit inside. You don't know shit. That little me does not know anything. It's just along for the ride. And it's bebopping through life like a pinball game till you realize the love that you are. Then you still bebopping through, but it's not so miserable. That love just feels amazing. So, oh, I appreciate you, Cynthia. Ah, you know what, girl? You have been with me since day one. The gratitude I have for each one of you, even the ones, I mean, it gets up there in numbers. The ones that I don't even know that are entertaining this, I love you just for taming that little me a little bit to remember there's something here. There's something she's saying. I remember because we were all little ones. You know, that meme that's going around saying, I wish it was like when I was a kid, when I didn't know what the world was like. Each person has its own world. Each me identification, layers of the me, the avatar, has a trajectory of a world that it's seen. Nothing's wrong with it. Each person, when this avatar, this me, Lori me, drops, never to be breathing again, the essence, the life force, the light that animated it, where's it going to go? Where's it going? Back into all that is, which is what it is already. Just this. That's it. This. It's not separate. Each time you get stuck in a me or me, them, they are doing, they, those Democrats, they, those Republicans, Trump, what an asshole. All of that is in you. All of that misery is in you. That's your life. What if Trump is doing amazing things that you don't even see because you only see him as doing wrong and it's hurting you? Every hatred you have for somebody is blocking the love that you are. You'll never find it if you hate anybody. Even the past. The thing is, what I found after the scam, after being scammed for almost 4 months, actually, August 15th, 2021 is when the gauntlet came down, not to be entertained another second. There was so many times that I blocked him, I brought him back, I blocked him, brought him back. Because that wishy-washy. And I don't blame him either. He did not do wrong. And from the beginning, I never blamed him. However, they got to make money. Money, that's the thing. The little me has money as the goal. Money and status in the world. You know what that is to me now? It's being yourself. Unapologetically. just being you. And when you're you completely, everybody else around is able to be them. They know they're not going to be judged by me. So that's easier to be yourself. It's to be yourself like a baby, burping, farting, pooping in its pants, peeing in its pants. There's no shame in that. I have a story of me shitting the bed, literally shitting the bed in Galveston, Texas. I don't know what I ate, but it went through and in the bed, and I thought I was going to fart. But it was like when Peter's like, because I went, ah! He's like, what? I lifted up. He got out of that bed so fast against the wall. It was so bad. I don't have any shame in that either. Literally, that's what happened. I can cry about it, or I can be shameful about it. I can be angry at myself. What? No. No. And the scam it took almost a full year to stop being angry at myself, shaming myself, blaming myself. Oh, God, this body went through hell with all those beliefs. But I purged all that shit that I was believing, that I wasn't enough. I'm not good enough. Something's wrong with me. And now I know that's not true. When the crying on Friday, so there was, the thoughts took over. The dream was dying. The dream of, funding our cabin up north. And if I can't do it, if we can't do it, we can't do it. I have to let it go. But there was a major, I almost did a live video. I had my phone in my hand. I was going to do a live video. And when I saw it big, yes, I don't know what the hell. When you do it on your phone, it makes it so, my whole face. And I was like, you know what? Nobody needs to see this. I said, I'll talk about it on Sunday. Yeah, that dream had to die. And there was, okay, so there was pain, there was upset, believing all the thoughts of the dream dying, Lori's dream dying. And as it was felt, there was something else that was watching, that was noticing all of this. There was an awareness that all of those thoughts are causing the body to react in such a painful way, but it really wasn't painful. It's like I wasn't identified with this body during that. It was the coolest thing because there was a watching of it, at watching her go through it, and it was okay. It was okay for her to be upset. And then my journal, because I had started writing in my journal, which is what brought it all on. And my journal says, when there's rain, look for rainbows. And I went, no. When there's rain, feel the rain. Feel it. Feel it. Instead of fighting it. It's okay to be sad. This body can, that's what it does. A baby is sad, cries, gets angry. That's not who it is. It's the light, the love. If it's angry, it's angry. Okay. Because it's another layer to fight it, to say it shouldn't be. I shouldn't be angry. I shouldn't be sad. Really? It's sad, but it shouldn't be? Really? What? Let it be sad. if Lori didn't fight, because she did not blame Frank for the scamming thing. She just blamed herself for being so stupid. That was a big one. I thought stupid was gone a long time ago. But apparently it's still in there. I don't know if it is now. Because when people are talking about something that I don't understand, it doesn't, there's no, I should understand what they're saying. There's no beating myself up for that one. Right now, anyway, who knows if it comes up. I welcome it. I welcome it all. Because love, the light, the love that you are, the air that you are, it's all permeating. It holds everything. It can hold any emotion. It can hold anything. It just can. It just holds it, transmutes it, actually. Transmutes it. So Lori wasn't crying for very long. Talking with Phoebe, and we went deep. The characters, Lori and Phoebe, got to go pretty deep on that one that Friday. Whew, I don't even know. I was exhausted because that's another thing. Mentally, emotionally, that takes more out of you than anything physical. Because it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing something and inside is saying, I shouldn't have to do this. I can't believe I'm doing this. This sucks. This body can do anything. It's what's going on in here that's draining it because it's fighting. I shouldn't be doing this. Really? When that's what's happening. That's emotionally draining. That's why we have to sleep. I have to do. If I do I'm going to be tired. I'm going to need to conserve my energy because I'm going to have to do Really? The only energy that's being wasted is all those thoughts of what's going to be in the future. You don't know. The future isn't real. And when the avatar, the body, is in the future, I mean, it's not possible, but when the thought process, the idea of the future gets here, it's not even, that makes no sense to the reality of what you are. There is no future. But what the mind has projected into the future when that time comes, it's never what it thought. It isn't. It isn't. And all of this is for the better of the person. Everything that's coming at you is for the betterment. No matter what's happening, if you're fighting it, you're the one losing. You just accept what is and know that life knows what it's doing in every given moment. When you have a future, there's so much fear and anxiety in this body. There is no future. It's made up of thought from a past. Oh, I know the way he is, and he's gonna blah, blah. You don't. You think you know that? And just seeing that and holding that is that what you want to see happen? Or would you like something different to happen? The only way you're going to see something different happen is if you change what you're thinking. If you see it and go, oh, no, I don't want that for me or for my son. Ooh, it's coming. Ooh, I made it. I made it before the rain came. Yeah. What do you want? Do you want to fight? Or do you want to realize There's no need to fight. You can fight all you want because it's not hurting who you are. You can fight. It just makes it miserable for you and for everyone around you. If you don't do it for you, do it for the people around you. Realize that you are the love you're looking for. You're looking for approval. And when you don't get it from someone, that's when it's worse. When you don't get the approval, you don't believe you're worthy of anybody's love. That's what the little me at the bottom of it is. I'm not enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy is the bottom line to every subconscious belief. I'm not worthy of love. But it doesn't see that it's it. It doesn't see that this is it. So it has to go fight, 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 fight. Everything you fight keeps you from realizing you are it. You are the air. You are the love, the light. You always have been. No matter all those stories you have about yourself that the parents did to you or the victim, because every single me is a victim. Poor me. Look what they did to me. You can hold on to those beliefs, those stories, your whole life. And then at the very end, you're going to say, just like my mother did on her deathbed, I lived Gloria's life, not mine. She gave that gift to me. When she said, I lived Gloria's life, here comes the rain. That was so beautiful because she had no more future. There was no more future. And she realized that Gloria was the avatar, the belief, the poor me. She went through her whole life believing, poor me. All through it. There was a few times that she, after listening to Dr. Dyer, we were listening to him at the same time. She was so, it was beautiful, but she went back. That's okay. She saw it on her deathbed, but you can see it before you're on your deathbed is what I want to say. That's what I want you to know. You don't have to wait till you're dying. Say you died tomorrow, you get hit by a car. Whose life did you live? The little me? The Lori, Levi, Tiffany, Margie, whoever. Did you live the avatar's life or did you live yours? Full of light and love and fun. And I'm getting wet. All right, this is a perfect time to say goodbye. I love you. Thank you for entertaining this a little bit. Just have to be a little bit willing. A little bit. I'll see you next Sunday. So much love. Mwah.